So, how do you get here? How do you come to the end of a beginning? Did you find love first? Or do you end up here to discover love for the first time? Perhaps it's more than that. Perhaps love began long ago, and this moment, this celebration, is a simple little drop of joy in a sea of continuing happiness. Did it start the moment they met? Was there a twinkle in each other's eyes? Did some cosmic magic occur that set them off on a journey of discovery about each other? Is this what happens each time a boy meets a girl where they will one day unite? Did God subscribe they should meet? Were they meant to meet and marry? In the beginning, there is God, and God is love, so love is there from the beginning. Before all things began, love already is. Love will continue to be, and love understands that it is not good for man or a woman to be alone, ever.
Love on its own is beautiful. It was placed there by God. So He commanded it, He gave it, He gifted it to mankind.
You look forward to, you build towards something that grows. You see the goal at the end.
Love is when you go out of your way to do something special for somebody.
With love is something that is giving, something that is others focused.
Love gives birth to love. The sharing of oneself produces something good, something beautiful. The miracle of life is a result of a partnership with the Creator. The unity of two individuals will inevitably reproduce the gift of life endowed to mankind. Oneness forms and creates the world.
I found out from my wife that she was pregnant again. A year earlier, we lost our first child.
It was like we were on this journey again, that started with the first baby.
To fall pregnant again was something that was very exciting.
Just so happy that once again we had given a chance to have a baby.
The day that you were born, you were a ray of light. In this world of such suffering, you brought joy into our lives.
I was so happy that I was excited that everything that we had dreamed was starting to come again.
We were just so happy that once again we had given a chance to have a baby, which we really wanted.
You're our angel in disguise. God has set your wings to fly.
I was very happy, very, very, very happy when I found out I was pregnant. And when Zayne came along into this world, he was just the most important thing in my life.
You were heaven sent, and that's no doubt.
Just having Zayne really gave me a purpose in life. Just changed me.
He will use you in a very special way. Can anything compare to this? Can you doubt that goodness and beauty really does exist in an otherwise dark world? God exists because love exists, and love exists because life exists, and love builds, grows, produces, and God saw that it was good.
As time grew on, Priscilla did this unusual thing which surprised all of us.
Las prédicas de ella eran innatas. Me decía, busca en la Biblia tal capítulo, y yo se lo buscaba, se lo leía, y ella me daba todo el comentario.
5 years old, 6 years old, she used to sit us down in the living room and prepare a little worship.
She told all of us to sit down, and she says that now we're going to have church, and I'm going to do the sermon, we're going to have an offering, and I'm going to preach.
I used to love Zayne. When it comes to prayer time, Zayne would be the first one to get down on his knees and start mumbling away a few words. He was just so excited to talk to Jesus.
The journey begins. Love must be taught, must be cultivated, must transform. Every step is a lesson to nurture, to value, and to uplift another.
Something I loved about Zayne was that he was always very optimistic and he was always very welcoming.
He was the kind of person that would go out of his way really for other people.
What was amazing for me was seeing the amount of young people that were involved in actually running the service, and Zayne was one of them. In fact, Zayne was at the forefront of most of those kinds of things.
You know, we with Peter, we would always think to ourselves or talk to ourselves thinking there's something special about Prissy and her love for God.
So she's got a talent from God to communicate to people.
The journey is too short. Soon love will deem it right to reproduce itself. Because you see, love can never be alone. Love must be shared. Love must commune with others and become one. Always one.
So the first time that I thought that Priscilla could be the one was shortly after I had just arrived back from New Zealand in 2012. It was January, and we had been dating for just about a month now.
Zayne told me from the very beginning that he loved the way that I loved God. And God has always been such a huge part of my life that I always wanted to give my life completely to God. And I was so happy when I met someone who believed in that dream, believed in that vision with me.
It was a huge bonus because she just loved God with all her heart, and she still does today, which is amazing. And to me, that just attracted me so much to her because, I guess I saw God's love through her.
I feel like our relationship edified my love for God and just pushed the passion into a different gear because we were doing something together. And that's what made me think, yep, this could be it for the rest of my life.
The aspiration to become one is the nectar of the universe. To give your all for the sake of another is the divine currency, the economy of heaven. To be united in one body and soul is the everlasting birth that gives way to perfect love. Perfect love casts out fear, uncertainty, and chaos. Love is like a deep blue ocean, and she was always held within its arms. And even when the storm was heavy, she was carried in the grace of God. And it's like heaven meets earth in her. And love is the song that sings over her. This is my child, and I'll show my glory through her. And even in trials, the world will know just who I am, 'cause she looks to me, and she'll always find me. So I'll fill her cup to overflowing. Love will be her greatest story. Love is like a seed that's planted, even in the driest ground. tallest mountain, firm in all the hope that he had found. And it's like heaven meets earth in him, and love is the song that sings over him. This is my child, and I'll show my glory through him. And even in trials, the world will know just who I am, 'cause he looks to me, and he'll always find me. So I'll fill his cup to overflowing. Love will be his greatest story. Generations will be blessed. They will know that it was love himself that led you. God alone will be your strength, from the beginning until the child, and I'll show my glory through you. And even in trials, the world will know just who I am, 'cause they look to me, and they'll always find me. So I'll fill the cup to overflowing. Love will be the greatest story. So really, in love, there's no beginning and no end. It comes from eternity and goes on to infinity. Love, who is also God, who is also the Holy Spirit, who is also Jesus, is also Zayne and Priscilla, and is also you and me.